And viewers, cutting across to some more breaking updates that we are picking up now. Republic accesses the NIA Remand report. The PFI has conspired to indulge in the unlawful activities, creating religious enmity, disaffection against India, propagate alternative justice delivery system, encourage vulnerable youth to join the terrorist organizations including Lashkar-e-Toiba, ISIS as well, and conspired to establish an Islamic rule. Now, this is the latest as far as the PFI investigation is concerned. Now, viewers, Republic, your channel, in fact, has accessed exclusively the NIA Remand report. The Remand report that has spoken about the kind of conspiracy that was being indulged in by the PFI members in the all unlawful activities. They had been, in fact, they have stated in this Remand report how the PFI had been creating religious enmity, disaffection against India, and propagating alternative justice delivery system. Apart from this, they have also listed out the details of how the PFI members, in fact, had been encouraging vulnerable youth to join the terrorist organizations, including Lashkar, including ISIS, and including Al-Qaeda as well, and they were conspiring to establish an Islamic rule. My colleague Ashwin is on the ground, who's been tracking this story very, very closely. Ashwin is joining me on the broadcast now. Ashwin, tell us more about this Remand report that you've accessed with respect to the NIA and their investigation into the PFI. Very concerning statements in this Remand report as well, Ashwin, where they have stated that they were encouraging the youth to join these terrorist organizations, among several other issues that they have raised in this Remand report.
Yes, well, Priyanka, let me just put it into context, how the Remand report. Now, yesterday, the NIA had done raids in several locations in Kerala, 39 locations, and they've so far arrested 13 people. They had taken 22 people into detention and 13 people. Now, these people have been put into remand, and the NIA in the special court in Kochi had submitted the report on what is the reason for the raid, what is the reason for the arrest. And from that is what we have accessed. Republic TV has exclusively accessed this, and what it says is something extremely shocking. What it says is that the investigation is on because there has been several incriminating evidences that they have received. And I would like to quote also, apart from what you had stated just now a while ago, I also would like to quote some of the very incriminating statements, some of the very shocking. It has seized documents of highly incriminating material related to targeting of prominent leaders of a particular community. I repeat, the investigation during the raid, NIA has found incriminating material which relates to targeting of prominent leaders of a particular community. This is what has been written in the NIA Remand report. They say that they have got a hit list. I repeat, NIA has accessed the hit list which was kept in the PFI, and during the raid they have recovered the hit list. The hit list is basically the number of people which the PFI plans to target, allegedly target, and that is what the NIA in its Remand report has put up. This is a breaking news. This is an exclusive report. It says that investigation needs to be done to stop the bloodbath in the society. This is very shocking. NIA in the Remand report has made some very serious points has been put forward. It says the entire raid that has been conducted across the nation, it's a reflection of that. 13 people in Kerala only has been taken into custody, including the including the top leaders. I would like to name some of these leaders also in the coming times. But it says very categorically that investigation needed to stop. Investigation is needed to stop the bloodbath in the society, which essentially means NIA has got hold of some incriminating materials, which essentially means that whatever you had stated, there is a conspiracy to create religious enmity, disaffection, and also it says that the PFI is also involved in putting out the wrong interpretation of the policies of the Indian government as well. It further says it also tries to encourage vulnerable youth to join proscribed terrorist organization, and it has conspired to establish Islamic rule. These are the essential contents of the remand report that we have accessed exclusively on Republic. It is incriminating, it is shocking. What needs to be seen is that the reason for the entire raid pan-India is the reason is now slowly coming out in the open. It certainly looks like a hit list. A hit list has been accessed during the raid, and they have found out that prominent leaders of a particular community was to be targeted, and also vulnerable people, youths, to be, they are encouraging vulnerable youths to join prescribed terrorist organizations, including ISIS, Daesh, and Al-Qaeda. So these are the essential charges. These are the things that we are right now breaking down up for you. So very, very serious charges, Priyanka, very, very serious. The remand report is quite shocking. I have to say that 13 people who have been arrested, the names are also important. Some of the few names I would like to take up. For instance, the name of Ashraf Maulvi has come. Now, who's Ashraf Maulvi, who's been arrested by the NIA? He is the national in charge of education wing in PFI. Now, the national in charge of education wing of PFI has been arrested. Mr. Sadiq Ahmad, who is the district secretary of Pathanamthitta, has been arrested. Ansari, who is a joint convener of PFI in a local area called Nadakal, has been arrested. Mujib, who is the divisional convener of PFI in Iratupeta, where clashes also took place today, he has also been arrested. Sainuddin TS, who is the district secretary of PFI in Kottayam, he has also been arrested.
Ashwin, you're talking about these very important names. Very important names that are really coming to light when it comes to this entire investigation and the crackdown on the PFI as well. But let's take a step back and expand upon this to understand the magnitude of what is being said in this remand report, Ashwin, because it has stated that they were involved in propagating alternative justice delivery system, which in fact means that they were also trying to bypass the rule of the land, the rule of law, and by extension the Indian constitution as well. Now, apart from that, of course, this is not the first time that the PFI is linked to children and using children in their own propaganda has come out. So walk our viewers through the entire modus operandi of how they were doing this to undermine our justice delivery system and also use the youth, the children, in their own propaganda.
Well, the remand report has clearly stated that youths, they have not mentioned a particular age group, but the youths have been vulnerable youths have been encouraged to join proscribed organizations like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Lashkar. Now, this has been put up in the remand report. Also, earlier, our correspondent from Mumbai had also broken down about the karate angle. Well, during the investigation of when Republic was investigating the Srinivasan murder case, a similar karate angle had also come. A person who has been associated,
Ashwin, stay on
who is
with
known
us.
to be a karate
Ashwin, stay on
instructor.
with us. Very important voices coming out on this very important story today. We have Tom Vadakan also joining me on the broadcast right now. Mr. Vadakan, are you really surprised when it comes to the kind of statements that have been made in the remand report where they are stating that the PFI was involved in undermining the justice delivery system, establishing a parallel justice delivery system, and also using the youth? What do you have to say about these, these statements in the remand report that has come out in the part of investigation of the PFI?
Well, as a political party of the BJP, I have only one thing to commend. Law will take its own course. The investigative agency is hot in trail. Let them find out, and the matter is being under investigation. But law and order and peace shall not be disturbed at any cost, because it is the duty of the state government to ensure there is law and order maintained. If that has failed, then that's a very serious issue.
Mr. Vadakan, you've also been in Kerala for the longest time. You've been in the political fraternity there as well. And you understand how Kerala really functions. And this is not the first time that this has happened, that PFI has strong links that have been established by the investigating agencies. And now once again they're saying that the youth are being brainwashed, the youth are being used for their propaganda, and that the PFI is trying to make their own justice delivery system in the country, undermining the Indian Constitution.
Well, as I said, law will take its own course. Whatever matter is being investigated is that there are many things we have said earlier, and this only proves that what we said earlier was true. Now that there is the NIA on trail, we have nothing to comment. Let the investigation take its own course. Our issue is that law and order must be maintained at any cost. If the state government fails in that task, that's a very serious, issue. And then the connect that they have with PFI is well known. At the municipal level, there is tie-up, and the police is not able to take cognizance of the issue. And I am told of disturbances across Kerala caused by this one-day ban.
Well, that, of course, Mr. Vadakan, we are also reporting on this because we are seeing how several instances from Kerala are being reported of violence where the PFI has called for a hartal. And of course, we will be tracking that story. Thank you, Mr. Vadakan, for joining us on the broadcast with that perspective. And of course, viewers, but this is a massive breaking development that we are picking up with respect to the remand report that has come to light. And let me once again go across to Ashwin, who's on the ground reporting on this story. Ashwin, as we were speaking about earlier, and you also heard several political reactions on this entire issue. Now, could you tell our viewers the update as to what are the authorities doing to take cognizance of this kind of violence that has also broken out, but also with respect to these kind of statements that have come out in the remand report that categorically state that the PFI was completely trying to undermine the justice delivery system?
Well, absolutely. The NIA remand report is quite serious in nature. The reason being there are multiple allegations that has been put forward in it. And the gravity of the crime is also very big because the sections that has been slapped against the PFI is, I just want to quote that because then only it can be brought into context. It has been put, several sections of 120B has put 120B, 153A. So clearly these are two important sections along with UAPA. And along with that, section 13, 18, 18B, 38 and 39 of UAPA all have been added to this. So which just by reading the sections that has been included in the crime itself shows the grievous nature of the alleged crime that has taken place. Now, the key members also who have been arrested, it certainly looks like NIA had made a clear plan because it has. We have been waiting for
Ashwin,
a long time. There has been
Vinod Bansal of the BHP, in fact, is also joining me on the broadcast right now. Vinod Bansal, if you can hear me, what do you have to make of these statements that have been made in the remand report where the NIA has reason to believe that the PFI had been using children, had been using youth to spread their own propaganda? Not just that, they were asking them to join these terrorist organizations as well.
Yeah, definitely. This may be the revelation by the NIA, but we were demanding the same thing since ages actually. You see, in years before, we were calling that so many PFI activists have been arrested, and so many PFI activists have instigated the Muslim youth, and they capture the Hindu women also. और हमने देखा कि किस तरह से उनको सीरिया तक भेजा गया था. तो ये कोई नई बात नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ, it is appreciated that the NIA has investigated this fact and taken the action. Now the thing is that those who are opposing this crackdown are not really the well-wishers of the country.